The garbage truck grumbled to life like a grizzly waking from hibernation. Pete Ryman stepped down, blew out a breath that hung suspended in the frigid air, and turned to the 79-pound pig at his side. "I told you, Pearl." Pete tugged on the zipper of his insulated coveralls. "If the truck runs, the root runs." Pearl grunted. Pete unplugged the block heater as they made their way back to the passenger side, which was on the left in this particular vehicle, a beat-up, hand-me-down expediter that the town of Sleeping Grassa had purchased from nearby Shelby when Shelby bought a new Kenworth T370. Pete opened the door and set Pearl's portable pet ramp in place. The floor of the cab was almost 4 feet off the ground, so once Pearl had grown too big for Pete to lift, the ramp had become a necessity. He made an exaggerated, sweeping gesture toward the ramp. "Your Majesty." While Pearl pranced up into the truck like the Queen of England's prize swine, Pete puffed out another breath. At 0 degrees, his coat stiffened when he walked outside. At 10 below, his nostril hairs froze. At 20 below, the early morning seemed to be a still-life painting with only the crunch of his boots and slow rise of steam off the creek to prove it wasn't. It was 20 below. Once his sidekick was safely in her seat, he folded the ramp and hurried over to the right side of the truck. Pearl sniffed at the makeshift outfit she was wearing and gave him a long-suffering look as he buckled. "I'm sorry." Pete shivered as he laughed. "It was the best I could do." Pete had always believed an animal should wear only the covering God gave it. He'd mercilessly teased Windy Ray about the sweaters the old man put on his scruffy little dog, but what kind of protection did a pot-bellied pig have against a morning like this? He'd shortened the sleeves of an old hoodie with scissors, then tied up the back with a rubber band to keep the sweatshirt from dragging underneath her. She looked, well, ridiculous. A gust of wind rammed the truck, poking frozen fingers through the cracks in the old beast. "Don't even think of leaving this house without a coat." The words pelted him like a sleet, and he shook his head. For most folks, February was the shortest month of the year. For Pete, it was the longest. In February, the wind carried his mother's voice.